Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to Mocha Homestead. I just want to show you some things that are popping up in the garden. So if you want to follow along with me this morning while I grab a couple of cucumbers and show you what has changed, then stay tuned. Sometimes the tough things in life come to teach us a lesson, and sometimes they come to redirect us back to our happy place. Whichever one it is, we have to take the good with the bad, learn to be appreciative, and learn true happiness. Welcome to Mocha Homestead.
I've been thinking about the good times. I've been sleeping through the long nights. I've been shining in the sunlight. I've been thinking how I'm alright. There's a reason for my feelings. There's a reason why I'm healing. Yeah, I feel higher than the ceiling. All because of you. You and I are so sweet, so sweet.
You guys, excuse the plane behind me, but do you see these strawberries? They have started to set in and get comfortable. Some of them I lost, and I'll have to go in and prune those out. But this is looking really good, and it's actually producing a berry over here. Well, two, actually, berries. So we will see if we'll still get some berries off of these. It looks like my little herb garden has started to sprout. I started a couple of seeds. These are the mixed Swiss chard that are starting to pop up. It looks like I have a collard and some marigolds and some broccoli and kale that are starting to pop through. These are bean plants. They are the bush beans that I am planting, and this is a pea plant. Let's see what else we have going on. These, of course, are my other strawberry plants that are doing wonderfully. And I'm not sure what I planted in here because I did not label it, but it might be some kind of mint. That is the rosemary that is coming through. And this says that it's supposed to be, looks like sage. This one is peppermint, and this is echinacea. My basil needs to be trimmed back. So does my parsley and my sweet mint, but we will get to those a little bit later. Let's go out to the big garden and see what we have over there. Look at that sky. It is blocking the sun for right now, which I appreciate, to give me enough time to come out here and harvest a few things and check on a few things and see what we get today. So as you can see, the bees are out here doing their thing. I love to see that. That means I'm gonna have more cucumbers coming, although I have quite a few that are coming off quickly. But I appreciate having such a large harvest. As you can see, there's one there. It's just hanging. There is one here almost ready and one toward the bottom. I need to cut these leaves off and trim back this cucumber again. I did do some trimming and it seems to have grown back, so I will trim it again. My pepper plants have exploded, and I don't know if you can tell, but they have tiny little bulbs on them that are starting to produce little flowers. Let's see if I can get closer. Let's see if you can see those. And there's my friend, Mr. B. Doing his thing, and I'm gonna let him be, so I won't be harvesting cucumbers right now. I'll wait until the afternoon when they are gone, because I don't want to disturb him. However, these plants have gotten humongous overnight. and I'm going to have to restake these. So give me a second and let me do that. And I will come back to you. You guys, my bean plant is starting to have flowers all around it since I cut off those damaged leaves. He's not welcome here, but he's leaving, so we will let him leave. But I'm starting to see my okra plant is doing very well since I rehabbed it as well. Like I was saying, my okra plant has done well since I have rehabbed it. And look, we are now getting okra. And there's some more pods. Let's see. Over here, we're getting flowers on this one as well, since I cut off all the diseased limbs. I think that's what it needed, a little bit of assistance, because it was putting a lot of energy into the flowers instead of, or into trying to nurse the diseased leaves. But so far, it's doing really well. My okra plant, my little bean plant, is putting on a cute little purple flower. Let me see if you can get that. It's so pretty. And there's a lot more flowers there. So they are starting to do well. And let's come on this side. This is going to be my nemesis. I gave up on doing any sort of zucchini or squash, but I had this loner plant that I had planted that was doing fine until my other plants died, and it seems that the pest has migrated to this plant, because we have a few leaves that are looking a little damaged, but I'm not finding any bugs on it, so I'm gonna have to come out here and trim this up a little bit again, and see if that will help salvage the plant. But I'm not seeing anything on this. Oh, I see ya. So somebody laid some eggs right there, and we're going to take care of that. And also over there. So we're going to take care of those here in a second when I get my gloves. And see if that will maybe help. But I don't see any large bugs. I do see a fruit coming off of it, but the flower has not opened yet. I have other flowers that are opening, but this one is just not opening, so I'm not sure if it's already been pollinated or what's going on with that, because I've never grown it before. This is my first year, so we're just trial and error with this one. I did pull up all of my edamame, but it looks like one is surviving over here, because it did not do that well, you guys. And I realized that I eat way too much edamame to grow it for myself. So it's just easier for me to get it from the store because I eat it so fast. So my stevia is doing beautifully, and I actually used it in a smoothie and it was wonderful. So I will come in and cut off the smaller leaves at the bottom and use those before they die. They're starting to yellow. My carrots are doing well. They seem to be doing just fine where they are. But yeah, all of my other flowers are doing great. I did chop back that chocolate mint some last night. My citrus trees. And here is my flower garden. Let's take you back, let you see. So these, if you're new here, these are all daylilies. And that over there, don't mind the mushrooms that are growing. I can't pull those because I'm allergic, so we'll just let those be. But that is a cantaloupe plant. These front ones are zinnias. There's a row of zinnias. And then there is, I popped in, they haven't sprouted yet over here, but I popped in some Asian lilies that I just love, love, love. And behind those are the, I forget them all the time, gladiolas. And then in the very far back, up against the fence line, are sunflowers that have not germinated either, except for this one right here and this one right here. I'm not sure why, but none of them have germinated, except for those two. And it may be a water issue, because I have to fix watering everything here to see what's, I don't think that my soaker hoses are enough to water everything here, so we will see. These are also daylilies, and that little plant there is a watermelon plant. So my idea for the berry bushes that I have on my patio, and don't mind this, we will be changing this out to a watering system after the season has ended. But my goal is to have a circular, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a fire ring or what, but a circular pot here big enough for 2 blueberry bushes. I thought about that, and then doing another one here for raspberry bushes. Or what I may do, now that I'm looking at this space, I may just create hedges. I may create hedges of blueberry and raspberry bushes, because I'm actually supposed to be getting some blackberry canes as well. And so I may just turn, bring some cinder blocks here and extend it out a little bit, extend the garden out a little bit back there to put all of my trees and bushes, so that they're in one area. And then I am going to put, don't mind them, I'm just letting them be. I'm going to put, similar to how this is, but it's going to be only 1 block out, all the way down, and stop maybe right where this bag is, for my tomatoes for next year, tomatoes and cucumbers and things that are going to need to be on tall trellises, because I realized that it didn't really work as well here in the garden bed, because it was already lifted so tall off the ground that I am only 5'4". So when I have to reach, it kind of, they grow really tall, and so I want to be able to touch all of them. As you can see, we just kind of stopped the vining and started vining it back down for these plants, for these beans, and the okra as well, because the okra is starting to get pretty tall. So, but the knowledge that I gained this year actually helps with next year's planting, so I am grateful for that. I am going to come out and do some spraying of the weed and grass killer all around, because I am getting weeds everywhere, and I think it's from the wind blows when my yard person is out here, cutting the yard, and I think that the grass just flies over here and starts to grow. Because I've pulled them before and they're very superficial. They're not deep at all. So, but yeah, that's kind of the plan for this area. I do still have this area over here. Don't mind the mulch. That's extra mulch that I have that I am trying to figure out what I am going to do with it. It appears that this may be a crepe myrtle, but I went outside to my crepe myrtle and I do not see it growing under the fence. So I'm not sure where this right here and this right here is growing from. I'm not sure what that is or what these are. These look, I don't know what they are. So I'll have to try to figure what this is, because if those are crepe myrtles, maybe I can rehome it a little bit further away from the fence so it doesn't pull the fence up eventually. But I will have to see what those are and then go from there. But I do have beautiful crepe myrtles on the other side of the fence. They just are not coming. I don't know if you can see. They're not coming under the fence. So I'll have to figure out what that's about.
Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. And Ada, please goodbye to the video. Goodbye. You click the red button to subscribe to our channel. Until next time, bye.